Alright, so I got a video for Loving Goddess Energy 777. Alright? Since you are the messenger for Ronald Green. Alright? Let him know he was wrong then. 21 years later, still wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and break it down, alright? The position he put himself in, alright? Off-duty cop, out of the jurisdiction of which he, works, ends up going ahead and going to drop his daughter off, alright, who was 15 at the time, to her 15-year-old school boyfriend's house, alright? Now, the school boyfriend ends up going ahead and clarifying there is no adult supervision. His family, the homeowners, are at a wedding, alright? And nobody is supposed to be there, alright? And instead of respecting that boundary, alright, being the only active adult in that scenario, alright? I was 15 at the time. Your daughter was 15 at the time. You were a fully grown adult, alright? Who, keep in mind, a fully grown adult who works in criminal justice, or worked at the time in criminal justice, and ends up going ahead and instead of respecting the homeowner's wishes of no visitors, no, company, alright, decide, well, since I'm the only adult in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and make the decision of how this is going to play out. I don't want my gas going to waste, so fuck the wishes of the homeowner. I'm going to go ahead and have my daughter hang out here anyway. For anything to happen. Alright? That means, regardless of circumstances of what happened in that situation was very much so avoidable. Should you done the responsible thing as a parent and said, oh, I didn't know that your family, the adults that would be around, were not currently present. Knowing that new piece of evidence, that new piece of information, this changes my stance entirely. Daughter, come with me. We're going home. Even if we don't go home, whatever we do, we're not staying here. Because staying here ultimately means that a he said, she said situation could happen that could go ahead and have catastrophic and cataclysmic results, not only to your integrity, but also my integrity as a law enforcement officer that, in that situation is expected to, exercise best practices when in uniform and when out of uniform. You were wrong in every context. You quite literally left yourself open for any situation. You quite literally handed the power that you had in that situation over to the person who's home. You quite literally said, fuck the boundaries, not only of that individual, but also of the homeowners who set that boundary in the first place. You're 100% wrong in this situation, even if the situation turned into a legal matter that were to get presented in front of a jury. You would still be wrong, and that jury would see where that 15-year-old boy was right in that situation to say, no offense, I have no hard feelings against your daughter, but I do not want your daughter here because it could turn into a he said, she said situation that could end up having some catastrophic results. And the fact that that 15-year-old boy was the only one to think that in this situation shows who was the actual adult in the fucking scenario.